Hello, it's time for another video about another Eaglemoss product from their series of Star Trek The Official Starships collection. This time this video will be about a model released in May 2016. It's a Mirror Universe model and it's of course the ISS Enterprise NX-01. This is the ship which appeared in the Mirror Universe episode from Star Trek Enterprise. This is the box. You can see the standard warning that it's a collector model and not a toy, so it shouldn't be used by children under 14 years of age. StarTrek.com. This is the logo of the original Star Trek TV show. These are the logos of the other 4 live-action TV shows: Star Trek Voyager, Star Trek Deep Space Nine, Star Trek The Next Generation, and of course Star Trek Enterprise, which is the most relevant to this model. And it's time to take the model out. Now, if you do remember how did the original model look like, you will notice that this one is very similar. The main difference is just the paint job. I will actually compare the original model, which was released as issue number 4, to this one. Here you can see some details. From the top. A nice amount of surface detail, very interesting paint job. Actually, I think it's much better than on the original ship. And of course, it's not the USS Enterprise, but the ISS Enterprise. These are the warp nacelles. As you can see here, the blue things are the impulse engines. Now there is, I think, no changes on the bottom part of the ship. At least I can't remember any. But on the top you can see it's basically a different paint job, and the rest of the model should be basically the same. ISS Enterprise NX-01, trademark and copyright 2016, CBS Studios Incorporated. Released by Eaglemoss, made in China. And as usually in this part of the video, it's time to put all the things together. And this is it. The ISS Enterprise from the Mirror Universe. The last detailed information about the ship. And let's take a closer look at the model from different sides, as usually. A quick comparing to the actual ship from the episode. Okay, it almost fell off. I have to be more careful. And now let's compare it to the original model, which was released as issue 4 back in, I don't know, 2013 I think, or maybe even 12. So on the right side you can see the original model, on the left side you can see the Mirror Universe version. Now I'm not sure if you see any differences, but the only difference I see is the paint job. And of course the original one is the NX-01 Enterprise, and the new one is the ISS Enterprise. And no, I thought that the deflector dish was different, but no, it's the same. Okay, closer look, side by side. So I think they used exactly the same model, but gave you the different texture, probably to save time. In the original series episode, they actually reused the effects footage done for the pilot. So they used a completely different version of the Enterprise model. But here for Enterprise they just changed the hull paint. Dimensions are, I think, exactly the same. Yeah, I see no differences. Maybe from the bottom. Now from the bottom they look absolutely identical to me. Okay, this is the standard magazine. You can see it's the warp ship. Sorry, I mean warship from the 22nd century. ISS Enterprise NX-01, issue M2, Star Trek The Official Starships collection. Now, as always, it begins with the table of content. The specification of the ship, of the real ship, not of this model. An article about the ship with a new CGI image of the ship. And some pictures from the two-part story. I think it was called In a Mirror Darkly. I hope this was one. I hope this was the Enterprise episode. Now on these two pages you can see the detailed information which I have shown you on the actual model. Designing the Enterprise, the Mirror NX-01, which is usually my favorite part of every magazine. But this time it's way too short. And an article about the Mirror Universe episode, or episodes actually. It was a two-part story. Yeah, these were the opening credits, which were done specifically for the episode. More pictures from the episode. The CGI Gorn. Horrible looking CGI Gorn. Looks like something from a PlayStation video game and not real at all. Yes, in a mirror darkly, so I remembered it correctly. That's where the ship was. Also available an ad for all these ships which were released by Eaglemoss, and that's all for this video. Next week I am going to get back to the standard models. I think it's time for video 72. Thanks a lot for watching. If you like this kind of little videos, feel free to watch any of my previous videos, and see you next time. Thanks a lot again, and bye.